the scene for you so you can get your visuals right. First and foremost, I'd like to say welcome to all the new subscribers. Second, much love to all the members of the channel. And man, I love making this content for you guys and telling you the true stories about what happens in the penitentiary. So we were at an infamous place that I call Greensville. Now, I've been to a lot of prisons, but I talk about this place the most because, well, one, I spent the most time here. Two, it was literally, for real, probably the most treacherous place I've been on. I've been on higher levels that are supposed to be way worse, but in reality, the only thing that was worse about them was just being locked in a cell all day. So, Greensville, you got a lot of movement, and the COs are more lax, and you get away with a lot more stuff. So, that's why I talk about it so much. This place is, I guess a good word to describe it would be dreary. It's dreary. It's old. It stinks. It didn't have AC for a long time. It's the paint's all peeling off the walls, you know. So like, it just looks crazy. It's a dungeon, and you know.
We got another one from Off the Yard, you feel what I'm saying? He be dropping bangers. He just dropped this one like a couple days ago, so we got to know him. But he basically telling another story about how YN got locked up, you feel me, and got piped up, you feel me? But hey, I do these videos just to show y'all YNs, bro, the other side. Because I don't think y'all really got a mental picture of what's on the other side. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all go grab y'all some water, whatever it is y'all doing. Y'all watch my videos, man. Come on, rock with your boy, man. Let's get to it.
When people go there, your mindset changes. When your mindset changes, you have to become the person that you portray, that you depict in front of everybody, right? So if I walk in there and I got my chest all pumped out like I'm the baddest dude on the block, I trust and believe somebody's gonna try that. That's a fact. So I really tried to be as humble as I could. I was polite to people, and you know, people say, "Oh, that makes you soft." Whatever. Doesn't make you soft to be polite. It doesn't make you soft to say "excuse me" or "my bad." I don't walk around and be like, "I'm sorry." No, you never do that. But what you do is be respectful to the staff, to the inmates. Now, there are individuals that get real crazy with the staff, man. They're like, "F you punk," call your names. You gotta remember, them people hold the keys to any type of freedom you might be trying to get. Them people hold the keys to any type of
Well, hold up, y'all. Do y'all understand how far y'all can get by just being polite? By just being nice? For real, just being polite and respectful. You can get so much further in life, man. I'm telling you.
I mean, anything you got coming. Anything, things that you might not have coming, but they might let you slide. You know, you get cool with the CO, with one or two of them, they're gonna let you ride on a couple things. You might sneak some shit out of the chow hall. You might work in the kitchen and wanna sneak some stuff out to go sell it on the block. Every time you come out of work in the kitchen, they're gonna pat you down. If he feels that big lump, he's gonna be like, "What's up, man? What you got?" Man, if you got a cool CO, you just let him know beforehand. Be like, "Look, I'm dirty. Pat light, homie." Because there's other COs around. You see what I'm saying? But if you're constantly going at the guards and being a dickhead, then they're gonna treat you like shit.
It's gonna be tougher for you.
And they're gonna make it known they treat you like shit. They're gonna do it in front of everybody. They're gonna embarrass you, they're gonna belittle you, they're gonna do all those things. So be mindful of that. You know, even in the jail. Even out here in the streets, I tell people all the time, they see cops and they talk shit to them. I'm like, "Yo, bro, don't do that around me, man." Like, I got homies that I hang out with that when they get around police, they wanna talk shit to them. I'm like, why would you do that? I already have enough eyes on me, bro. I already have a target on my back from people. So now I'm gonna be related to you calling this officer or whatever, a name or whatever, and next time he sees me, he's gonna take that out on me. So don't be stupid and foolish, you know? And one thing I do tell dudes too is don't run around people that ain't got as much to lose as you. Because you got a lot of cats that'll just crash out for no reason. Now thinking of the consequences that the people they're with might have to suffer. You see what I'm saying? Imagine like this, I'm a felon. I can't be around guns. If somebody gets in a car and they have a pew-pew on them and I don't know about it, we get pulled over and searched, guess what happens? More than likely, I'm gonna go to jail for that. Whether I get convicted of it or not remains to be seen. But I will still go to jail because I'm not supposed to be around that shit. And most of these cats that you think are tough as hell they're gonna break the minute they get faced with some time. So that pew-pew might become mine.
Facts.
You know, they might say, well, that was theirs. See what I'm saying? And who the cops don't know. I'm the one with the record. Don't hang out with people who are not on the same mindset, man, or do not have as much to lose as you. I got a family. I got kids that depend on me. I got a wife. I got things that need to be handled as a man. Running around and being caught up on or run up on a snag because some dipshit I'm hanging out with doesn't think before he acts. Well, at the end of the day, it's on me because I put myself in that situation. So, just another tip from your Uncle Lance, bro. That being said, this story begins a lot like most of the stories I tell. Super tough guy coming into the institution, man. Thinks he's
always the tough one.
Walks in, loud mouth, super disrespectful, gang member, doing all the things. Right? So he's doing all the things with his homies. He's a white dude, right? Well, this is where he made his mistake. The inmates will handle ours. You know, a lot of times you're gonna have a dude who's like loud and look at me. But at the end of the day, we can roll up on him or his organization and beg, listen, man, dude, creating a problem. Because I'll paint you a picture or give you an example. If I'm in a unit, more than likely I'm doing something I'm not supposed to be doing. I'm making wine, I'm running the store box, I'm running tickets, selling dope, whatever it is I'm doing to try to eat. And if this cat is constantly bringing attention to my area, like if he is maybe a couple cells down from me, and he's always loud, and the cops and the inmates are always looking that way, bro, you're bringing heat to the neighborhood, bro. You need to get off the block with that bullshit. So that's what I'm talking about as far as like, you know, like getting in my way. I don't need you in my way. And really more than likely when the dudes come in and are super loud and obnoxious, it's because they're terrified. Super terrified. Now, what this guy did was he started to do it towards the officers, towards the COs. And listen, it is us against the COs, but sometimes you got some cool ones, like I said. And this CO in particular that I'm talking about was cool, man. He let a lot of shit go. He knew we were in there tattooing. He knew I'd be making wine. He was cool, bro. I didn't get in his way. He didn't get in mine. He let me bid. He let me do my time. And there's a lot of COs that are like that, older. You know what I'm saying? He's an older dude, been doing this a while. He just wanted to get his little 12-hour shift and go home. Well, this cat was making it real hard for him to do that. Every time, because he was cool and laid back, he took that as an opportunity to show off in front of his homeboy. Look how cool I am. I can talk shit to the laid back officer. And none of his homeboys was telling him like, bro, you're really, that's a bad move. That dude's cool. Which they should have done, because if it would have been one of mine, I sure as hell would have told him that. But he kept on and kept on. Well, this particular time, I got a whole batch of wine that I'm cooking down here. And when you're cooking wine, you gotta burp it, man. So it's gonna stink sometimes. Now, I normally would wait till this officer would do his round just out of respect. He knew I'm making it. He ain't tripping. But I'm not gonna like burp it in his face and stink the whole unit up while he's doing his round. I let him do his round. He leaves the unit. I burp my wine. We go on business as usual. Well, right as I am trying to do that, the CO's walking out, and I'm waiting, and the dude said something to him. Yeah, you bitch ass CO, but something. Well, it makes the CO turn back around. I got the wine open like I'm trying to do my shit, man. So they get into it. They start having words because the CO has had enough, man. It's kind of like, look, dog, you and this bullshit have got to stop. All right, you can't talk shit to me every time I come in here. It's disrespectful. Why are you doing it? What's your problem, bro? Right? And it was just that. So anyway, it pissed the CO off. Next thing you know, what happens? Shakedown. So he made the CO so mad that he took it out on all of us, man. Made the CO not cool anymore. And that's what happens. That's why it pissed me off. Here comes the goon squad. Boom, they come in deep. This is like maybe an hour later. They come in deep as hell, bro. And everybody lock down, shake down. You ain't got no time, bro, to get rid of nothing. I got a freaking 10-gallon trash bag full of wine, bro, full of mash, which is, if you don't know what mash is, it's just rotten fruit, some sugar, and, you know, bread and shit that I'm making wine out of, man. I'm going to the hole. You know what I'm saying? So They come in, they get the wine, they give me for my wine. They got my homeboy for a blade, which is bad, man. You get caught with a blade, they gonna lock you up and send you to level 5, man. That was one of my stick man. Like, man, we were bidding, making money together. This is one of my guys, right? So this dude, because of his actions and his loud mouth, gets the whole unit tore off. All types of shit they find, contraband, right? From people who had TVs that didn't belong to them. You can buy TVs for $250. That's a lot of money. Or you can catch a cat that's going home, throwing 50 bones on the cash app, and he'll let you have his TV on the way out. I mean, most of us had that. I'm not spending $250 on a TV. I ain't have it like that. So, anyway.
Most beverages are too bland or too sweet. Circle.
I end up going to the hole for the wine. Boom. I go to the hole for 2 weeks. Not long, no, just a couple weeks. Right? I come back out the hole, come right back to my unit. But see, that 2 weeks going to the hole, that's messed my whole bid up, dude. Then I was comfortable where I was at a good celly. Now they put me in there with a dude I don't know. They put me in there with some lame, and I got to start from scratch, right? I get it off the roof, man. I ain't got no money coming from the streets, so I have to hustle in the prison, right? That wine was probably a good $100 in my pocket. Now it's nothing. And I pull up on dude, and I'm like, listen, dog, you got me jammed up, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got my homeboy sent off to the mountains. You got me jammed up in the hole, man. Like, what's up, bro? Like, what's your problem? You need to chill out. Well, he pops off. I'm like, what? So he did it in front of everybody. Now, me being a convict, me being in this institution for a long time, having a decent name for myself, I gotta stand on business. I can't let this clown talk to me like that. What am I gonna do? I just came out the hole, really not trying to go right back, right? Really not trying to have to start all over again. I walk away. You got it, champ. But everybody in the pod knew it wasn't over. See, and that's what a lot of people don't think about. They can get into an argument with somebody over the phone. I've seen a dude get into an argument over the phone, and the dude not do nothing until 3 months later, goes up and hit him in the back of his head with it was a lock in a pillowcase or something like that from 3 months ago.
Nah, it's a combination lock in a sock. That's what he mean. That's a normal. That's like a popular weapon in a prison. But that, yeah.
So just because a motherfucker walks away, don't mean that it's over and it's done. That's the last thing. When somebody walks away, that's usually bad for you, right? So, anyway, excuse me. I walk away. I get to thinking in my head, what am I gonna do, right? Well, as I said before, this cat was a part of an organization, okay? I went to his people. I said, look, we've always had a good relationship. This guy is an issue, not just for me, but for others. And the fact that y'all are not standing on it and letting him know, it's really starting to be suspect, homie. Like, why aren't you checking your guys? So the big homie, or the shot caller, as people like to call it, for this group, he understood where I was coming from. He was an older dude. Now, as an older dude, I know how hard it is to try to control younger cats that come in and are on your tip, on your organization, on your line, right? When you have somebody like that in your fold, it can get real difficult, man, because you don't want to be all the time beating up your own guys, man. You don't want to do that. So I told him, I said, I don't want to go back to the hole. I'll fight this clown. I'll bust his grill. But then what? It don't help me out. It don't help nobody out. This dude is in the way. So about, I'd say a week goes by, and now this dude is feeling like he got his weight up on me, right? Like he screamed on me, and the whole time, he don't even realize I'm plotting on him. I'm plotting. And I had, in my own organization, I probably had 3 guys in there, these 3 guys. So I said, look, this is what we're gonna do. I don't want no more of my guys to get, taken over here, So what we call is farming something out. You can farm something out. When you farm something out, it means that you're paying somebody to do something, right? Cool. And people can say, oh, you should have handled it yourself, and da-da-da. Why? Work smarter, not harder, y'all. So I told this group, there's another little group that was in there. They were a little more violent group. I said, listen. And they didn't like that other group anyway. So I told them that I would pay them a certain amount of money, right, to go ahead and handle business. I said, I just want to smash, bro. I'm not trying to get him taken out of here. I just want him beat up, You know what I'm saying? That's it. Boom. I go ahead and shoot the bread, right? Because I know these guys, they're official. What I didn't know was how bad it was going to be. These guys were a new organization. They were up and coming, man. They was trying to make a name for themselves, too. So anything they did, they was doing a real extra, right? That's why in the beginning I kind of specified, homie, I just wanted him beat up, right? Well, they got this thing called a shower check. Shower check is when you get basically hit in the shower. It's a tough place to get hit. That's why whenever I would go to a shower, to take a shower, I'd have one of my guys sitting right outside the shower. I'd have my boots. I always wear my boxers. I never got fully naked in the shower. The reason being is, if you got to fight, you don't want to be naked thinking about being naked. You see what I'm saying? If you got your shorts on, at least that's one less thing. Because you can like maybe get a little bit, your gamer might be off, you're sitting with your dick hanging out, right? So I just always bathed in my boxers, man. I got just as clean doing that.
Yeah.
And I wear my boots to and from the shower, blah, blah, blah. Always had a nice little poker in hand. So anyway, this dude was not the same. He was a rookie at this and straight walked from his cell to his shower in his shower shoes. Now, I didn't know when these guys were going to do what they were going to do. They didn't tell me a specific time and date. They were just going to do it. Well, this was the time and date. He goes into the shower, and all of a sudden, I see 4 of them guys, boom, rush. And, I mean, they totally, completely obliterate this dude in the shower area. They start in the shower. So they run into the shower. And this is a very small box, like pretty much where I'm sitting at. It's about this big, right? You can touch the walls. It's small. And you have a little button that you push the water. We take a toothpaste thing or something like that to push the nozzle in. We can hold the water down. But either way, you're sitting there just kind of a sitting duck, and there's a bar with like a green shower curtain, right? Nasty, moldy ass shower curtain. It's disgusting. It's like a big piece of rubber, or vinyl, or something like that. Anyway, the dude now is a bigger guy. He's a taller guy. So when they get to fighting, he ends up fighting his way out of the box. Okay. But he's got 4 guys on him, dude. There's no way he's gonna get away. It's a small little compact area. It's right by the CO's desk, right by the slider where you go out and where you enter and exit the pod. So they're fighting right there by the desk. CO's sound 1033, 1033. Now, they took there was a mop closet right there. The mop closet was open. So one of the guys runs in there and grabs this mop, which has got the big, the big wooden handle. And it gets to cracking this dude with it, bow, bow. And well, then it breaks. Ooh. And when it broke, he took the end of it, right? They picked the end, another guy picked the end of it, and then proceeded to stab the guy with that piece of that broom. Now, when you do that, it's not gonna be many because more likely it's gonna break, as this did. So when he hit him 2 or 3 times, the wood broke, and the piece of wood was stuck in the dude's leg from where he had got stabbed with it. This is not what I wanted to happen to the dude, man. This is what I wanted to happen. But at that point, there was nothing I could say or do. It is what it is, right? The dude had to be taken out on a gurney and helicoptered to the hospital. Airlifted, as they say. So, obviously, I was concerned if somebody would say something. I was the one that orchestrated it and paid the money or whatever to do it, but it didn't. They didn't tell. They didn't say nothing. And unfortunately, right, that's the way it goes sometimes. You can think something's gonna go the way you planned it, but it don't always go that way.
You don't go that way.
See what I'm saying? And these guys went fucking overboard, bro. Scenarios that I could play over my head the way I could have handled the situation better. But at the end of the day, this is just another day. It's another day in prison, man. And if you think for 1 minute that this is something that can't happen to you, you're wrong. It can definitely happen to you. It can happen to you over something stupid. It can happen to you over a card game. It can happen to you over a phone call. It can happen to you over some dude thought you walked by a cell and looked at him crazy and you don't even know what's coming. I've seen so many dudes get hit that don't even know what's coming. It's crazy. And you get so used to seeing blood that it don't even faze you no more. You just walk right over a body. I've done that. I've literally walked over a body, man. Coming up the stairs in the back hallway of this place. The things that you do out here that can result you going to prison are easily avoided. We make a decision every day. We're going to be a good citizen and follow the rules and just be a good little sheep, or we go out here and create problems and get locked up. And when you get locked up, remember this, it's a different society. The rules are different. The game is different. Okay? You don't have the same life that you had before. You will not be the same person when you enter and when you exit prison. That's a fact. Especially if you go up to the mountains, man. Especially if you get into them supermaxes. So, my advice is, stay up, stay out, man. And as always, stay sucker free, baby. Much love to the Gladiator gang. Salute to all my...
Hey, salute the Gladiator game. Hey, y'all go help Off the Yard. I'm linking them in the Y'all go help buddy get to 100K straight up. Help him get to 100K and yeah, but these are the things that happen in prison, man. It don't sound like a place I want to be out to eat at. Whole bunch of grown men showering together. Hey, I went through that in the military. That was like the worst time of my life, having to shower with a whole bunch of grown men, bro. But doing it your whole life, YNs, I'm telling y'all, that's the path y'all going on. It's not fun. Straight up, it's not fun, bro. Like, man, bro, streets, it ain't what it's, you feel me? It ain't what it's cooked up to be, you know? But I hope y'all got something from the video, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think about the video in the comments, man. See you guys next video. Always remember, be safe out here, kings and queens. Let's get it.